Hello and welcome. I'm Abbie Broad, mindset and mental resilience coach for women in business. So today I'm asking the question, is it time to take a break? So it's this time of year, particularly, we start to feel a little bit exhausted, don't we? Mums particularly. We're ready for a break. Our business can also make us feel a little bit exhausted sometimes. That can be physical exhaustion. It can also be mental exhaustion. And often guilt, and this is the strange thing. So guilt can often be the cause of us pushing ourselves too much. Uh, okay, so being guilty of something and feeling guilty is two different things. I use guilt in a way to describe how we can weigh ourselves down with things unnecessarily. So by not stopping, by not resting, by keep pushing through, even though something may not be working properly, when maybe we're not getting the results that we want, or we're just simply doing too much. It's often it's our core drivers that are pushing us, and they are triggered because fear says, oh, I can't stop, I need to keep going. We judge ourselves if things start to feel easy. We just keep going, don't we, and pushing. Often if we're unsure about something, or we're trying something new, or just trying to keep up with everybody else. So just at that moment when we think, oh, I can sit back and take a bit of a break, we'll see someone else do something on social media and think, shit, I need to get on and do that as well. So we can become a little bit of our own worst enemy. And this is like that guilty feeling, because it's not necessary. It's just not. It's not required, yet we're doing it to ourselves, aren't we? So the reason why we struggle with this is our core behaviours, so our driver behaviours, kind of push us to ridiculous extremes. So if you're like me, and if you start something, you need to finish it. Okay, so what does that look like? So when you're writing a book, for example, okay, so you're not getting that done in a day, and yet I find myself, when I'm scheduling my social media, for example, it can be quite late at night sometimes. Yes, I know I shouldn't do it, but it can be quite late at night, and I'll be nearly there, I've nearly finished it, and I'm exhausted, but I just keep going. And that's my completion compulsion driver that's telling me, you need to get this done, you'll feel better when it's all done. And that's not untrue. Absolutely getting things done, but we need to find a balance. Consistency and productivity are actually achieved when we know when to stop. Okay, so and guilt is an emotion. Okay, it's not based on logic, it is purely an emotional thing. So our driver behaviors, when they're working for us and they're working effectively, we feel like we're on fire, we feel like we're achieving things start to feel easier and more achievable. We have that sense of accomplishment. What happens is, when we start to overdo that, we then start to feel exhausted. Okay, so we're dealing here with an emotion. So whilst it kind of it manifests itself in doing lots of stuff, like actually what we think we're doing is taking action, but we're being fueled and driven by an emotion. So an emotional problem struggle, it requires a logical solution, because what's happening is we're not applying our values. Okay, so if you have a core, or we're allowing a value, we're ignoring a value and not listening to it correctly. We're not we're letting fear, in our gut brain, we're letting fear say, you can't stop, you've got to keep going, so the process is, as always, to realign ourselves. So our core drivers, so they need to be put into context. So an emotional issue requires a logical solution. So that's about applying things like time boxing, but also resting and reflecting and reevaluating what it is that we're doing, because we can often push ourselves in a direction where we're actually not achieving anything. And even though we're thinking, oh, I'm not getting the results I want, we keep going. Yeah, so that's crazy, isn't it? So we need to stop. And we need to ask for help as well. We resist that urge to ask for help because we think we're supposed to know the answers for ourselves. Yeah, so but we need to stop. We need to stop and break that cycle in order to be able to actually yeah, to hear the logical solution and start to implement it. So getting back in the driving seat and getting your core drivers under under control. So get back in the driving seat, get your core behaviors under control. And you get to choose when you use them and what you're using them for. So your behaviors are vital for getting things done efficiently and effectively. And when you do that, you're going to reduce the time that you waste, because that's exhausting, isn't it? And that's a cause for guilt straight away, wasting time, isn't it? Because you haven't got time to waste. But you're also going to increase your energy as well, because you're going to be a lot more focused. And you're going to be working in pockets of time that allow you to stay productive. Okay, so my questions are you pushing yourself to exhaustion? What's stopping you from taking a break? Is there a resistance there? Are you fearful of something that's stopping you from actually taking a break? Because it does require courage to slow down. So for me, my example would be like Dory in Finding Nemo. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Yeah, so that was me for a long time in my business. Yeah, look busy, stay busy. Yeah, keep looking for the answers. Eventually you're going to find it. Yeah, okay. So it takes courage to stop. All right, because we're not fish. Okay, we can stop. Okay, so what story are you telling yourself about why you can't have fun? We do make it hard for ourselves, don't we? That story, no pain, no gain. Oh God, it comes up, doesn't it? And that will absolutely trigger guilt. Oh, when things start to work, when it starts to feel a little bit easier, guilt will kick in straight away. Okay, so acceptance. Acceptance is the antidote to that feeling of guilt. By accepting that it takes time to achieve what we want to achieve in our business, it takes time to get the results that we're looking for. Accepting that we need to enjoy what we're doing. Remember your why. Remember why you set out to do this. And acceptance that by stopping, by checking in, by resting, reflecting, and reevaluating at regular points throughout your business will actually increase your productivity and your energy as well. So what do you need more of and what do you need less of? This is the thing. So are you pushing yourself to exhaustion? Is it time to take a break? What's stopping you from taking that break? Now, what helped me to stop and be okay with stopping and resting was having the right people around me. The right people saying, it's okay, we've got your back, you're not on your own. We'll get you moving again. It takes courage to stop and rest. And for me to feel safe, that for me, my version of that is I need people around me. So what does it take? What will it take for you to feel safe in order to be able to take a rest? Okay. Bodies, yes. Okay. So we need to enjoy it. We need to recharge. Business, it's never done. Okay, if you're trying to complete everything, trust me, it's never done. So you need to find the balance within that. Okay, all right, so if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. Check out my bio for the workbook. So there's some really great exercises in there to help you to practice this process, this process of acceptance, of building your courage to be able to stop, to reflect on what's happening, to recharge your batteries and keep going. That's the thing. Emotional issues require a logical solution, and those workbooks are a perfect, logical, practical, easy, affordable way to train yourself to create those behaviors that will help you to enjoy your business, to stop wasting time, to stay energized, yeah, and have fun, guys. that's what it's all about. We want to be having fun, don't we? Okay, enjoy the rest of your day. Please drop any comments and let me know you've watched, and I will see you soon.